everyone, Jackie here with Joe from Spooner Incorporated. How you doing today, Joe?
Doing all right, Jackie, and yourself?
I'm doing well. So over at Spooner Inc., you guys work a lot with the Ohio Bureau of Workers' Compensation. And in 2019, there are some changes that may be affecting employers and your clients. So tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, there's a lot that's going on. To start off, I mean, a lot of employers have seen the billion-back refunds that have gone on for 4 out of the last 7 years.
Wow.
So I think in an attempt to battle that discussion of why are you able to give $1 billion back, the Bureau is starting to give some discounts up front to employers, but they wanted to help out employers specifically that aren't getting group rating, which in our previous video we talked about as upfront safe driver discounts. So if you're not getting that credit rated upfront discount through a TPA, then what they want to do is give you other discounts that will kind of combat that.
So other ways that you can save.
Sure.
Yeah, so let's take a look at what you've brought for us today visually to kind of explain these changes.
So the first one is the premium size factor. And again, this is applicable to anybody that's an individually rated employer, meaning they don't have any programs that they're participating in or don't work with a third-party administrator. There's individual retrospective rated employer, which there aren't a lot of those out there anymore, but there are some people that still utilize it. There's the deductible employers who pay exactly what it sounds like, a high deductible of the initial claims costs, and then they end up letting the Bureau pick up the bill. And then the group retrospective employers, which is the vast majority of these. This will not be applicable to anybody in group rating or anybody that's working with a PEO. So if we skip to the next slide and see what they're doing with the premium size factors, it's almost like your taxes. So the first $5,000, if you look far to the right, it says 1.00. You're going to pay it at exactly what the $5,000 would impact you, of your premium, that is. And then if you look at the next $95,000, so $5,001 to $100,000, they're going to give you a 15% discount on that premium. And then the next $400,000, so $100,000 to $500,000, you're going to get a 20% discount. And over $500,000, you're going to see a 25% discount. So if you're paying over $500,000 to the Bureau, you could see initially a 25% discount right off the bat.
Yeah, and that's huge.
Yeah, it's very significant. And especially if you're an employer that's that large, one, you probably should be looking at self-insurance because you're pretty big. But the other thing is that if you're not, you should definitely be considering group retro because you can get that 25% discount and then still get those retrospective refunds a few years later.
Okay, so with these big changes that they're doing, working with Spooner Inc., they can really optimize their enrollment, their discounts, and their savings.
Right, yeah, and these are being applied to employers regardless of if they work with a TPA. So unfortunately, I would love to take credit for these, but we can't. But I would also tell you that we have seen some of our competitors taking some credit for these and projecting in their quotes that it's part of their savings, when really it is the Bureau. And that's who's ending up ultimately giving that to the employers.
So let's look at the individual employer and a different factor that they take into account.
So the other one is the EMR adjustment factor. So if you're not familiar with the EM, that is experience modifier, which is essentially your rate. How safe of a company are you based on your size and in your industry? So if you are a company that is credit rated at 0.9 or lower, so if you're 10% credit rated or lower, you're going to see a 5% discount on your premium. If you are between a 0.91 and a 1.99, so 99%, 1.99 would mean you're 99% penalty rated, which means you're paying 99% more than the average company your size and in your industry. You're not going to see any discount. And actually, if you're above a 2, meaning you're 100% or more worse than a company your size, you're going to get penalized. So you're going to see a 5% ding to your premium. So add insult to injury on that one, I guess.
Right. So people really want to be paying attention to these changes. They may be positively or negatively affected depending on their situation. So let's look at some examples of this.
So just some quick examples. If you look at that first one, 0.63, if you multiplied that by 0.95, you'd end up at a 0.6 EM. But then once you start to get up to that 0.95, then that's when it's going to just start being multiplied by 1.
And that's where, and then you start to get in, and they
you
look like
stay even on those. And then once you get to 2, you're going to see a 5% ding. So
there
1.05 times 2 is 2.10. So you're actually going to get dinged by essentially 10%. It's going to be significant to a lot of employers. Really, if you haven't had a conversation with your TPA about it, implore you to ask them, even if it's not us. You really just should know where this money's coming from and how it's impacting you.
Absolutely. So 2019, the Ohio Bureau of Workers' Compensation is making a lot of changes. It's a good idea to talk to your TPA about these changes and make sure you understand what's going to be happening to you and your company. For more information or to call Spooner Inc. and talk to them about it, you can talk to Joe here. They are at spoonerinc.com. That's spoonerinc.com. You can request a free quote, contact them for information, or read about their services and see how they can help you out.
Yeah, we appreciate it. And if you guys want to have a conversation, we'd love to. It's free, and it costs you nothing other than having to listen to us for about 20 minutes to a half hour.
And you may come out of it really understanding, more about your programs and how you're going to be affected in the new year.
We sure hope so.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks.